Stage 2 of the Momentum Medical Scheme Tankwa Trek presented by Biogen was the first marathon stage over an 89-kilometre clockwise loop of the remote Witzenberg Valley. Team Cornèrcard of Nino Schurter and Filippo Colombo in the yellow First Ascent Leaders jerseys had Team Toyota Specializer Matt Beers and Tristan Nokier just 6 seconds behind them.
As I said today, it's a real big stage, but tomorrow is also a big stage, and then the last day is also a big stage. So yeah, there's still a lot of racing left, a lot of time left on the trails, so yeah, anything can happen.
The women's elite field had most of the country's top marathoners and stage racers on the line. And the leaders were Mariska Strass and Candice Lill, with Teresa Ralph and Sarah Hill in second place.
In terms of the course, yes, it's rocky. I feel like we were just here at Epic, so I do have an idea of what to expect, and really looking forward to it. I love Tankwa.
It's not for nothing that the Tankwa Trek is regarded as the premier 4-day stage race in the country. It's a serious challenge for the pros as they race to win, while the hundreds of amateurs push themselves and their partners to reach hitherto unknown limits just to complete the race. The relatively relaxed early pace was no doubt out of respect for the stage. It was going to be punishing and no one wanted to expend unnecessary energy too soon. The lush and fertile Witzenberg Valley hides some vicious climbs. Simon Andreasen set the pace with Buerta, Hubert and Miller and the rest in tow as they headed up into the valley. The flowing single track off the top of the climb was an early gift as they relaxed the brakes and flew down the mountainside. After the prologue, only 20 seconds separated the top 4 teams. The team with most work to do was Cannondale Factory Racing, who were over a minute back due to a mechanical on day 1. When the trail headed up, Colombo went to the front with the world champion on his wheel. That had the effect of creating gaps in the group. South African marathon champion Matt Beers stuck to the yellow jerseys, while his partner Nokier had slipped a little off him. These four managed to shed Hatherley and Andreasen, as well as the Mbuko Type Dev driven by giant pair of Mark Hubert and Wessel Buerta. Cornèrcard was seriously quick on the descents as they pushed to their limits to try and open a gap. Schurter overshot a left-hander. Lucky he didn't hit a lurking rock, but he is the world champion. Eventually, Buerta and Hubert's hard graft paid off as they regained contact with the leading pair of teams. From then on, it was a high-paced, high-stakes game of cat and mouse. They all knew the trail well. It was just a matter of who would attack at the right moment. Buerta and Hubert held on nervously to the Swiss hotshots. Beers had to ease up as young Nokier began taking strain. They were losing time. Nino Schurter gave a thrilling exhibition of controlled technical riding at searing speed. Colombo followed the world champions every move. They had made their move 25 kilometres from the finish, and they then pinned their ears back on the flat roads home to build on their lead whilst enjoying the sublime trails. 3 hours and 27 minutes was Cornèrcard's time at the finish at Callao, a minute and 47 seconds ahead of Buerta and Hubert to give them a 2-minute and 11-second overall lead.
Super stoked. Yesterday I struggled a bit with the speed, but with the XC guys. But yeah, today I just managed the effort, and then in the last 20 Ks I actually felt the best. So sort of good signs, I guess, for the next couple of days to come.
The women's race saw another utterly dominant ride by the race leaders in the First Ascent pink jerseys. Candice Lill and Mariska Strass of Faces Rola had a superb day out, although they were reduced to pushing up the steepest pitches on the wagon trail. They put nearly 25 minutes into their closest rivals, the tenacious and determined Sarah Hill and Teresa Ralph of Live Cycling South Africa. Lill and Strass finished in 4 hours and 15 minutes ahead of Live Cycling South Africa, with Kim LaCourte and Samantha Sanders in third. The pair will take a 30-minute and 4-second lead into Day 3's Queen Stage, which features the iconic Merino Monster Climb.
Right at the start, we kind of just pedaled away, so I was like, okay, cool. That's that, I guess. So yeah, we just kept it consistent, and obviously training for a big race in a couple of weeks' time. So no, going good.